Hello and welcome back to our channel. So in this video, we are going to understand how you can automatically sync your Google Sheets data to your Notion database as a new item. So here on my screen, you can see a simple connection that I have built between these applications using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. And here, before we talk about this entire process step by step, let me show you that how actually this automation works for my own business. So here I've created a Google Sheet with the name leads, and these are the fields. So here my objective is whenever my team is going to add any of my lead detail in this Google Sheet, then instantly that should get auto sync with my Notion database as well. That means it should automatically add those details in my Notion database as well, so that my another team members can easily access my Notion database and also keep a backup of the same Google Sheets data in my Notion database. So now here, to see the working of this amazing automation, what we are going to do is that we are going to add a new detail in my Google Sheets. So let me add the details. Here for the name, we are going to add the name as test user, email as test@pabblytudes.com. Here for the city, we are going to enter it as Bhopal only. Then we are going to add a random phone number. Then here for the company name, we are going to enter it as XYZ company. And with this, we have successfully added a new detail in our Google Sheets. So now let's go and check our Notion database. Here I'm going to refresh it. And here you can see instantly my Google Sheets data has auto-synced with my Notion database as a new item. So with this, we have successfully seen the working of this amazing automation that I've already created for my own business. And now in this video, we are going to learn step by step that how you can set up this automation by using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So to access Pabbly Connect, you need to search for pabbly.com/connect in your browsers, and it will take you to the homepage of Pabbly Connect. Here you can see two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 tasks every month to explore the software. And if an existing user like me, then simply sign in. Now after signing in, you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. From here, you need to access Pabbly Connect by clicking on the access now, and it will take you to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Alright, so now here, before moving forward with the connection, let me tell you about Pabbly Community. So Pabbly Community is a space where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. You can ask questions, share workflows and get instant replies and helpful feedback from others who have faced these similar challenges. It is an active and supportive space to learn and grow together. And now you can find the link to join the Pabbly Community in the description box below. Make sure to check it out and join the Pabbly Community today. Alright, let's move back to the dashboard, and here to build a new connection, I need to create a workflow first. So for that, I'm going to click on this create workflow button, and then here it is asking us to select the workflow builder. So here you can see two options. One is new beta and then the one is classic. So beta version is modern, faster and more flexible, whereas classic one is stable and the familiar approach. So in this video, we are going to use this beta version by clicking on the select button, and then a create workflow dialog box appeared in front of us. So here I'm going to give a name to my workflow that says automatically send Google Sheets data to Notion. And for the folder, I'm going to click on this drop down menu, and here you can see the multiple folders that I've already created with different names to save my workflows accordingly. So in this particular case, I'm going to select my folder as Google Sheets. You can select it as per your requirement. And now here, to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you need to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here, and it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. Alright, let's move back to the dashboard, and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here let me tell you that there are two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards our trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up our trigger. So as you all know that we are adding new details in our sheet. So we're going to select the trigger as Google Sheets and our app event as new or updated spreadsheet row. Then we're going to click on this connect. Here you can see I've received a webhook URL. That means here we're going to use this webhook URL to connect our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So I'm following the instructions below. Firstly, I'm going to copy the webhook URL, and here I've already logged in my Google Sheets account. So this is the Google Sheet that I've already created with the name leads, and these are the fields. So we're going to build a connection between this Google Sheet and Pabbly Connect. But here, before moving forward with the connection, let me add a new dummy details in my Google Sheets. Alright, so I have successfully added the new details, and now here to build this connection you need to install an add-on your Google Sheets account first. So for that you need to click on this extensions, then you need to select the add-ons, and from here you need to select get add-ons. Then here in this Google Workspace Marketplace, you have to search for an add-on that is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And then you need to install this add-on on your Google Sheets account in order to connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So you can see it is already installed in my Google Sheets account. So I'm going to move back. Once you're going to install the add-on, then you need to follow exactly these same steps. Alright, so now after installing the add-on, you need to refresh your Google Sheets, and that's a necessary step. After refreshing the Google Sheets, you need to click on this extensions, and then you'll be able to see the option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So from here, you need to select Initial Setup. Now here in this Initial Setup, you can see it is asking us to add the webhook URL and the trigger column. So here for the webhook URL, we are going to add the URL that we have received in our Pabbly's workflow. And for the trigger column, it says the trigger column will be a final data column on which, if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here you can see in my Google Sheet, my last data column is column E. So I'm going to add my trigger column as column E, and then we're going to click on this submit. It says setup configured successfully. That means we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Google Sheets, and we have successfully connected our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. Now here after building this connection, let's test this connection by clicking on this send test button given over here, and it says test data sent successfully. That means we have successfully sent the first data of our Google Sheets to this webhook URL, that means to our Pabbly's workflow. So now let's go and check it, but here before moving back, you need to perform another very important step to completely connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So for that, you need to click on this extensions, then you need to click on this Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and from here you need to turn on the send on event. So by turning it on automatically, when you're going to add a new detail in your Google Sheets, instantly Pabbly is going to capture the response. Alright, let's go and check it, and here you can see we have received a tick in front of the send on event. That means we have successfully turned it on. So now let's go back to our Pabbly's workflow, and here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received all the details. So with this, we have successfully set up a trigger over here. So once we have received the new details from our Google Sheet, then instantly I want to add those details in my Notion database as a new item. So for that, I'm going to add an action step over here, and here I'm going to select my action application as Notion. Then for the app event, we are going to select create database item, and then we are going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add a new connection. If your Notion account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this connect with Notion. And here you can see it is asking us to select the pages. So we're going to select the pages first, and then we're going to give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. And you can see we are now successfully connected. So let's move forward. Here it is asking us to select the database. So here I've already shown you that I have my database with the name leads. So we're going to select the same from the drop down, and then here it's asking us to add the email address, city, and many more details. So basically these are the fields that I've added over here in my Notion database. So now here, instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I received in my trigger step or my previous action steps. Mapping makes our text dynamic so that when you're going to receive a new detail through a Google Sheet, then instantly this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here for the email address, we are going to map the email address. Here for the city, we are going to search for the city. Here we're going to map the company name. Here we're going to map the mobile number. Here we're going to map the name, and here lastly this content is not required field, so we're going to leave it blank. Now after entering all the required details, we're going to click on the save and send test request, and you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully added a new detail in our Notion database. So now let's go and check it, and here you can see instantly we have received a new detail in our Notion database where we have received all the details. So with this we have successfully set up entire automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have selected our trigger as Google Sheets and our action as Notion, so that now we're going to add a new detail in our Google Sheets, instantly a new item for the same will be created in our Notion database as well. Alright, so these were the steps to how to automatically send Google Sheets data to Notion. I hope these steps were clear to you. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. And now if you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more automation tutorials. Also, if you have any doubts, then feel free to drop them in the comments below. And I would be really happy if you let us know what type of automation you would like to see the next. Alright, that's all for this video. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, then you can write it at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit this URL. Now, if you liked our video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.